Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Manifest Tarot. Today's reading is going to be our weekly Your Week Ahead reading, and to do that I'm going to pick us 3 piles from this deck. This is an oracle deck. So wake it up and ask it for 3 cards. We would like to know something about everyone's week ahead. All right, let's see what we have here. Miss Sunshine, this is card number 17. Very interesting one. We have number 46, Night Ride. And we have number 32, Touch the Sky. Very Rapunzel-esque. I keep sneezing, so if I'm pausing, if the sound is pausing, it's because I'm sneezing. So give me a, oops, they're all crooked here. Give me a second to put some crystals on here for you, and I will be right back. All right, we are back, and I put out 3 crystals for this pile number 1 card, Miss Sunshine. This is a Unakite heart. Such a pretty one. They're all pretty. For pile number 2, this Night Ride card, we have this Black Obsidian heart. And for pile number 3, Touch the Sky, this is a Black Labradorite heart. I'm wondering if it's picking up just how beautiful this crystal is. Such a beautiful crystal. Hope I'm not making you seasick. It's so gorgeous. I just don't think it's picking up. Oh, maybe this is. How gorgeous that is. So take a moment, take however long you want. You can pick by the number of the pile, 1, 2, 3, the numbers on the pile, the sayings, the artwork, the crystal, combination, whatever is speaking to you. That's probably the pile that you want to pick, and I will leave the timestamps below, and I will see you in your reading. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose this very interesting card, number 17, Miss Sunshine. Is she keeping herself aloft? What's going on here? I just don't understand. But I want to. Let's see if we can find out what's going on here. And you picked this Unakite heart. There's a lot going on in this crystal too. All right. So I'm going to pick another card for you from this. Maybe 2, 1 or 2 cards from this deck. Actually, this one and this one. And a card from this deck. And we have 3 tarot decks I'm going to pull from for your tarot cards. So let's see, we need 8 cards for this reading. That one, well, this one wants to come out. It was wanting to come out and wanting to be shy all at the same time. Definitely. Oh, 2 more. All right. You have 4 from this deck. This is the second deck I'm using. We need some cards for pile number 1's week ahead. 1 and 2. And let's see, there's this one. I'm going to wake it up. Let's ask, one more. This one, you're gonna get an extra. You're gonna get an extra card here. I think you've got 9. I usually pull 8 for this, but one more wanted to come out, so you'll get 2 for your overall week ahead energy. So what happens is I pull 1 card for each day, Sunday through Saturday, and then usually 1 card for the week ahead energy, and then the oracle cards are for more long-term energy. But since you have 8, since you have, I think you got 9 cards, so if so, you'll have 2 for the week energy. Ooh, Under My Umbrella, how cute. This is card number 20. Look how happy that bird looks. The person is all, the man is all concerned and wanting to perfectly hold the umbrella over the bird's head and is very anxious. Not anxious, but very intent on doing the right thing. And the bird is just kind of enjoying it and being happy. Being happy. Let's see what else you have. Number 48, Butterfly Garden. Oh, wow, look at the wing of this butterfly. It is flowers on a butterfly that lands on flowers. And you notice that the pattern on the butterfly's wings is the same as the pattern on her dress. Lots of your cards, your crystal, and your cards are very complex so far. Let's see what else we have. This is card number 15, the Deer and Oat with Healing. Card number 15. And now let's start with your tarot cards. So this is Sunday's card. This is the Hermit. I wonder what is going on your Sunday. You've got the Hermit going on. Ooh, it's the 5 of Pentacles. This is your Monday card. Wow. Pile number 1, you've got the 8 of Swords. And this is your Wednesday card. This is the Page of Cups. This fish is saying, I'm out of here. Because this is the after tarot. This is what happens moments after the artwork on the scene on the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And in that one, this fish is in the cup. And in this one, this tarot deck is showing this Page of Cups fish jumping out of the cup and saying, I'm going back to the sea. I'm going back to where I belong. This is Thursday's card. This is the Queen of Cups. Did you notice that the eyes are the flowers? They look like, are they called Gerber daisies? I think that's what the flower I'm thinking of is called. And now let's look at your Friday card. 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups. That's a wish fulfillment card. You're going from like poverty mindset and feeling completely helpless to total fulfillment and complete happiness. Your week is full of downs and ups. Wow, the Queen of Wands. Wow, pile number 1, what is going on with you? So we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Did I mess up here? There's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we have Sunday. So you did only get 1 card for your overall week. And so Sunday, no wait, oh my gosh, what a nut. Yes, so this is your overall. Sorry, pile number 1. This is your full week's reading. This is Saturday. I'm sorry, this is Sunday. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that's your full week. So these 2 cards are your cards for the overall energy for the overall week. And again, another hugely powerful and happy and abundant card, the King of Pentacles. I'm really curious what this final card is, because we have the Tale of 2 here in your reading. So let's see, the Ace of Wands. Wow, powerful new beginning. Look how bright and wonderful and hopeful and also very calm in her power this Ace of Wands is. What is going on with you, pile number 1? This is so interesting. Kind of, it's actually a tale of 3 here. I usually do all this fiddling off camera with the cards, but I'm just going to do it right now. Listen, pile number 1, you have all right, so I'm doing this reading. This is a timeless reading. You can have this as your, whenever you find this, you can have this as your, messages for your week ahead. When I'm reading it, this is the end of, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day is coming up for this next week. The week that I'm initially going to upload this for is 2 days, I think, before New Year's Day. So this day would be New Year's Day. Yes. So this is New Year's Eve day. It sounds like, to me, just on first looking at this, it looks like what you are faced with and what you are being kind of shown by these cards is that you can look at, you can take your Sunday to look at your life. He's very intently looking at something, and people want to just look at their life so far on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and he's looking down into the abyss. He is looking down into the abyss, and he's wondering, what have I wrought here? This is him saying, what have I wrought with my life? He's looking at it all, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. And he's looking at it pile number 1, without judging anyone, most of all, not judging himself. He's not judging himself for any past decisions. He's not judging himself for any past mistakes. He's even not judging himself for any past successes. He's just looking at it. And what do you get from this, pile number 1, from this looking within, is you have a promise of either feeling this poverty mindset and feeling like you're unable to do anything, like you are powerless. There's something. What is it? You'll know, obviously, pile number one. What is it in your life that you feel very, it doesn't even need to be very. There's something in your life that you feel like you're making no progress on. You feel like you are powerless to change. You feel like you've been working and working. Look at how hard this woman is working. She's lugging some huge bundle on her back. She's working in a snowstorm. Everyone else is inside this church or snug at home, and she's out here slogging around in the snowstorm. But even though she's working so hard, she's dressed in rags with only a couple little strips of bandage around her feet in a snowstorm. She must be miserable. This must be miserable. And these two men must be miserable. They're sitting there and they're so freezing. And they're just sitting there, and so it's showing us that, she's it's kind of interesting because there's two ways to be, they're both doing polar opposite things. They're both doing polar opposite things if you think about it. She's working like crazy. They're sitting there. But they're both equally miserable, it looks like to us. To the outside observer, they're both equally as miserable. But what's going on here is that the message of this card is the poverty mindset comes from within. The poverty mindset is within these three people, not without. It's not outside forces giving demanding that we have the poverty mindset. It's that we are carrying it around within us. That's her, if we want to think about it, that's her bundle. That's what she's carrying around right now, is her poverty mindset. That's what this card is symbolizing. This Eight of Swords in the original Rider-Waite-Smith artwork, it's just this figure, this woman in the dress, and she's surrounded by swords, and she's tied and blindfolded. That's what the original one shows. The thing is, in the original one, her legs are not bound, and the swords don't completely surround her, so she could walk away at any time, but she chooses not to, and she feels like she can't. This one, remember, this is the after tarot. This one, another figure has appeared, and he is cutting her bonds. But it's something that she could have escaped had she believed enough. So there's a strong correlation between the messages of these two cards, which is mindset. Mindset is making the situation feel like it is hopeless and that you are powerless to do anything about your hopelessness, about the situation. Woo, it's a lot from just two cards. The second option we have here is this Page of Cups. It's just brimming with enthusiasm and open heart, like heart on the sleeve, and just really wanting, like, an urge to do and to explore and to just seize the day kind of energy here. And we have this Queen of Cups, which is even you know, the Page of Cups and the Queen of Cups, there's only one card between these two, which is the Knight of Cups. The Queen of Cups she's sitting completely in her power. She's more than content. She's just completely in bliss. She's emotionally fulfilled. She's abundant, and she's having fun. She's just so happy. She's got everything she wants. She's standing in her power and in a lake or river or some body of water, maybe even a large puddle. We don't really know. She's standing in her power in the water, and as a flower, that's where she's drinking up she's drinking the water to continue blooming. Anyway, then you have this Ten of Cups, complete wish fulfillment. It's an extension, if you will, of this. This is signifying the state that this Queen of Cups is in. This Ten of Cups is complete wish fulfillment, abundance, joy, happiness, effervescence, everything good. And then this Queen of Wands, you have two queens here. You've got this Queen of Cups and this Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a manifesty queen. She's manifesting what she wants. She's in her power. She knows she can create whatever she wants, and she is creating whatever she wants. It's the state of being the master manifester that you want to be. So this is the state of being abundant and loved and loving and lovable and just so many good things. So I actually see two possibilities for you. Pile number one. This is you. I feel like you are going to kind of look within this week, and this is either a choice you're gonna make about one thing, like either going into this state or going into this state about one thing in your life, or you have two things in your life that are both very important to you, and you feel like one is this way, one is this way. The thing is, pile number one, that these two cards came up together. They came up at the beginning. Look at what your overall energy cards are for the week. King of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. And so obviously these two really powerful, I mean, this King of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, you have the King of Pentacles. The only king or queen suit that you are missing is the Swords. So that's the only one that you are missing. This King of Pentacles, we're continuing on this abundance thing with this Ten of Cups, Queen of Cups. You're just sitting in your complete and utter abundance. You are so abundant. Or this could signify someone else stepping into your life with this abundance to match yours. Remember, this is your reading. So this Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups, Queen of Wands, this is your abundance. This is your happiness. This is your wish fulfillment. This could be somebody coming in to your life completely new or renewed. If you're consciously manifesting someone to show up as a different version of themselves, this could be them showing up as a different version of themselves. This Ace of Wands, this is both showing you, that's the thing, I'm not sure. There's a lot of like open-ended interpretations in your reading this week, pile number one. This King of Wands could be somebody new coming in, somebody you have been consciously manifesting, stepping in to your life, completely renewed, which is also this Ace of Wands. This Ace of Wands is new beginning. So somebody's coming into your life, renewed or new, a new person, and it's signifying a major new beginning because, as I said, this reading is including the new year. This is New Year's Eve, and this is New Year's Day. Sorry, I just checked. This is New Year's Eve. This is New Year's Day. This is New Year's Eve day. This is New Year's Day day. So we have a crux point here. So it's kind of interesting that I made the major line unknowingly. I was thinking that it was New Year's Eve and New Year's Day here, but this line here is existing at the line between one year and the next. How interesting. Pile number one, your reading is so interesting. It keeps on getting more interesting and more intricate. So what on earth are you doing in your mind? Is there something that is there some sort of huge realization? I feel like this right here, this is like its own card. This is its own card right here. Pile number one. I'm wondering if maybe I should pull a card for us for this gap, but I will continue reading and then I will pull one at the end. And those of you who want one, you can continue watching, and for those of you who do not want the card, you don't have to continue watching. How's that? Because if something jumped to your mind, like there's another card that's symbolizing this right here for you, you might have already thought of it. You might already thought of either a specific card, or you might have thought of a concept. So I'm not going to mess with your inner landscape here. What I'm saying is now this is even more stark, right? We have the Hermit. This is you thinking. This is you maybe over-analyzing. Maybe this is, oh my gosh. I can't believe I finally talked through everything and now I see what's going on. This is you maybe over-analyzing. This is you maybe over-techniquing yourself. This is you maybe over-extending yourself, either internally or externally. It's either you manifesting so much consciously, trying to consciously manifest so much that you're just putting yourself into this hole where only you exist, and not even wanting to engage with the 3D world outside. And maybe this is what you are resisting by wanting to look inside, this is what you are resisting carrying into the new year. Because look at this, you are on the stroke of New Year's of midnight on New Year's Eve, which turns into New Year's Day. You've got this Page of Cups, you've got this Queen of Cups, you've got this 10 of Cups, you've got this Queen of Wands, and as I said, the overall energy is King of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. If you're manifesting love into your life, this is completely clear that this is a new or renewed relationship right here. We haven't even really explored the Oracle cards. It's pretty crazy because everything's just so intricate here. So what is this? This is symbolizing to me somebody who's completely knows what they're doing, where they are. They're where they want to be. Look at how lightly she's holding the I don't know if I should call them strings or ropes or what. but look at how lightly she's holding them. She doesn't even need to necessarily hold them. She's just lightly touching them. They could even be an instrument string. She might be plucking them like a harp and just playing a song for you. She doesn't have to grasp onto them. She doesn't need to grasp onto these to make her manifestation come. She just needs to pluck them like a harp. And we have this under my umbrella. Again, I already said this at the beginning. He is completely concerned. He's looking up. He's getting wet. His little turtle shell back is getting completely soaked here. Yet the bird is the bird, who would be fine if it got wet, because the water would repel off its head, is being kept completely dry and is extremely casually just standing around. But then again, this bird is keeping this man probably off the wet ground. The man has a bathing suit on, it looks like, but the man is being carried by the bird. But the bird, the man still seems the most concerned, and the bird seems carefree. Which one are you? You could be, again, I'm such a proponent of reading this as two sides of the same person here. This could be you, but you're carrying around this anxiety and it's clinging on to you, but you feel like it is keeping you dry. And it's the only thing that's keeping you dry is this anxiety. But if you let this anxiety guy slide down and leave it behind in a puddle there, you would realize that you are completely fine without the umbrella, without the anxiety, and you don't have to carry it around anymore. Pile number 1, your reading is so beautifully complex. And then we have this. I already touched on it, but there's the flowers on the butterfly wing. It's the same as the flowers on her dress. She's holding a flower. The butterfly is landed on her and is probably going to drink from the flower that she's holding. It's very like some sort of complex system, kind of like this. Is this too complex? Are you making everything too complex? Is this divide, oops, is this divide right here? Let me get this little thing off. Is this divide right here like feeling too momentous to you? Like, oh, I have to do 500 things before I can let this little fear and doubt carbuncle and worry carbuncle guy fall into the puddle, and I can just strut my stuff as this gorgeous red bird and just strut away while the worry carbuncle is weeping in the puddle. But I don't need him anymore. I don't need him, who is part of me, to keep my head dry anymore, because my head doesn't need to stay dry. I can just be me. Pile number 1, wow, geez. And then we have this. This is pretty self-explanatory. The deer and oat with healing. Oats. Hey, who likes a shout out to oats? Shout out to the oat. We are going to eat, drink, and be merry. Pile number 1. And we don't need to make any sort of healing or letting go or whatever into a huge momentous thing, which is so signified by these 2 cards. You have this choice, and look at all of this. And this hermit is not even part of that choice, because this hermit is just you deciding. This hermit is you on Sunday deciding that you are going to let go. You're going to let go of the poverty mindset. You're going to let go of the feelings of helplessness, and you are embracing this amazing new year. Look at all of this amazingness that you have going on, pile number one. And hey, watch this back if you want to get a beautiful psychic hug, if you will, because listen to what the Page of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands is showing you, plus all these amazing oracle cards. Ooh, pile number one, wow. And I am going to get an extra deck, and I'm going to pull you a card if you want. So those of you who are happy with this reading right now, and you feel like this is complete, and this is what you have come here to listen to, and that you know already what this space is filled with, you can stop watching now. But for those of you who do want a card to symbolize this, I might pull two cards to symbolize this. Stay tuned. I'm going to come back in just a second. I'm going to get a different deck to do this pull. I'm going to pull maybe two cards from this deck because this seems really, we've got two sides and we have we have a momentous thing going on here. This is the new year. So here's one, and we have two. All right, I'm so curious. The moon, your intuition, and your secret inner landscape, your subconscious. And the Queen of Cups, you got a second Queen of Cups. And these are both the same card. So you're this gap here between the old year and the new year, the old you and the new you, is filled with listen to your intuition and your subconscious and step into your abundant Queen of Cups energy. And you see, we also have the fish. The fish is coming back from the Page of Cups. The fish is coming back to give you a fishy smooch on the lips. But the fish is a symbol, right? The fish is a symbol of this energy that the Page of Cups is bringing. The Page of Cups fish is mature now, and it's coming back to visit you as the Queen of Cups and bringing you all that vital energy and that wish to spring forth. And it's saying, I have matured, and both you and I, Queen of Cups / pile number one, have matured. And I am back to show you that your journey is now at an end and you are fulfilled. Wow, pile number one. Amazing reading. This is such an amazing reading. I know you had to have enjoyed this because this is mind-blowing reading. And for those of you who are watching soon after I record this, have a wonderful new year. And for those of you who are watching at a future time, have a wonderful week. Any likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, you know that I always so appreciate them. I love reading your comments if you would care to leave one, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You picked this charming card, number 46, Night Ride, as well as this black obsidian heart. Gorgeous crystal. So let's pull these, put these up here. And I am going to pull another couple cards from this deck for us. Oracle deck. So looks like these two wanted to come out. And then I'm going to pull a card from this Oracle deck. We need a card for pile number 2. And now I'm going to pull some cards from 3 tarot decks. 3 cards fell. three cards stayed behind here. So let's get them all together. We're going to wake up the deck. Ask for 4 cards for pile number 2. There's this one. And we need one more. And then we're going to use this one. We'll pull 2 from this one. Wake up. Wake up, deck. We need one more card for pile number 2. And then we are going to pull 3 from this deck. And we need one more. We need another card for pile number 2. All right. Well, let us see what we have. We're going to start with our Oracle cards first. Lorelei, number 31. Keeping a hold of that ship. Day and Night, number 1. Card number 1. Interesting that you got Night Ride, Day and Night. So you have 1 card during the day, 1 card during the night, and a day and night. And I was noticing as I pulled out this one that this one was during the night, definitely during the night, and this one's definitely during the day. Interesting. And then this is your your 4th Oracle card. This is card number 32, the Badger and Ginkgo with Healing Wounds. Look at that cute little claw. Those cute little claws that the badger has. All right, so usually I always do 7 cards Sunday through Saturday, and I usually do 1 tarot card for the overall week, but pile number 1 got 2 cards for the overall week, so that's what I pulled for you as well. So this is Sunday's card. Temperance. So, well, I'm gonna wait. I was gonna already start talking about that card, but I'm gonna wait. All right, so this is Monday's. The Moon. This lobster. Or crawdad, whatever it is. All right. Oop, it was so anxious to come out. It was staying on the table. So this is Tuesday's card, and I just wanted to let you know that right here, this is when I'm doing this reading for this next week. This is New Year's Eve day. This is New Year's Day. So the Empress, wow. The Empress, you have already 3 major arcana, and that's it. You only have 3 major arcana. I'm going to leave a space here. I'm not sure if that's going to work. It was really stark, the space. The cards made a space, through their messages. Oh, wait, no. This is New Year's Eve day. This is New Year's Day. Keep on getting that wrong, but this is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. This is New Year's. This is, oh gosh, I gotta check. Yes, this is New Year's Eve and this is New Year's Day. This is the Hanged Man. This is on Wednesday. Nine of Cups is Thursday. This is a wish fulfillment card. This is Friday, the Queen of Pentacles. You're having amazing cards here. This is Saturday, the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, your cards are just filled with all positive messages, pile number 2. All right, so these 2 cards are for the overall week. The Knight of Wands. Wow, pile number 2. 10 of, oh my gosh, wow. How interesting. There's something, wow. Pile number 2, this is so interesting. Number 1, if you watched pile number 1, I've got to record a correction for pile number 1. I thought that I got mixed up. I was thinking that this was New Year's Eve and this was New Year's Day, I think. Anyway, this is New Year's Eve day. This is New Year's Day. So this is the line between the 2. The funny thing is, I thought it was this. I thought this was for pile number 1. And again, there's just this, look at this. This is in its own realm here. And there's these 3, and there's these 3, and this one is just starkly different. And then, of course, we have all of these positive cards here. And then this 10 of Swords, the ultimate betrayal. The ultimate betrayal, stabbed in the back. And not only are these swords stabbed in this poor Jack-in-the-Box's back, but this owl is sitting, for the final indignity, this owl is sitting on the sword. So not only does this poor Jack-in-the-Box have all of these swords stuck in his back, but he's also got this little owl sitting on one of them, pushing it in further. And then these other 2 owls are saying, see you later, maybe 3. Like, see you later, buddy, we're out of here. You can go be miserable by yourself. We're all just going to fly off into the sunset. The thing is, if you look at this, if you really analyze this card, usually, of course, it's a human that is in the 10 of Swords, and they're lying on their back with all the swords in their back, and of course there's no way that they could have done that. They could never have achieved that themselves. But this is not a human. This is a humanoid being. Look at how long and strange their arms look, and look at how long and weirdly jointed their fingers look. They conceivably could have stabbed themselves in the back. This could be a self-betrayal. I'm wondering what's going on in your life, pile number 2, because look at this. We have so many wonderful messages and wonderful cards. And we have this kind of a contemplation, kind of a sitting and not sitting, hanging and wondering, and not stagnation, but a pause, a huge pause, and a letting go of anything else besides this one experience. Pile number 2. So what these two cards are saying together are you, pile number 2, are in need of some contemplation. And if you are watching this, this is a timeless reading, so if you want to read it, if you want to watch it at any time, that message is for you at that time. But if you're watching it right now, after, soon after I upload it, it's for the new year week. You are watching it for the new year, the week of the new year. And 10 of Swords and the Hanged Man together mean that you really, pile number 2, you really need to spend some time with your thoughts, like have some deep thought over where you've been and what you want and where you're going, what you want, your vision. Maybe you haven't fully realized your vision. Maybe you've been trying to manifest an outcome, but you don't know. Maybe you are in that space where you're like, well, I know I don't like where I am, but I don't know exactly where I want to go. And so you're kind of going in like a million ways and not even really knowing where you're going. And I'm not saying that's going to be for some of you that you know, the only thing you know is that you don't like where you are now in some aspect of your life, or maybe more than one. And it seems like this is trying to tell us that most of these, if not all of these, are self-inflicted wounds. For some of you, for many of you. What do we have besides this time of deep thought? Well, Temperance, I was going to start talking about this before I saw all the cards, but I have to say, all of these major arcana mean for you, pile number 2, that this is a major time in your life. And they all came out 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of them, and they all came out right, one after the other. So we have a major message for you. This is a major week. So this Temperance card, it's always so interesting to me. So we have all 4 elements. We have water, we have earth, we have air, signified by the wings of both of, this angel wings and this bird. And then this symbolizes fire, and of course we also have the sun, which is a giant ball of nuclear energy. So all 4 elements coming together, which obviously means everything is coming in to focus together. Everything is happening together. Everything is coalescing. Everything is coming in just the way you want it. This is Sunday's card, and it's so interesting because this moon card, I mean, I often say this when the moon comes up. The moon card, not the moon. The moon card has a really strong double meaning. It could, even if it's reversed, it has, the reversed meaning, but even upright, sometimes it does mean into using your intuition and you know, your subconscious and your you know, your manifesting powers, I would say. You know, you're using your intuition and using your subconscious to your benefit. And even upright, sometimes depending on what cards are nearby, it could also mean, you know, giving into your fears, giving into your innermost fears, giving into your innermost fears. And this particular moon card is really saying both at the same time. Because look, this woman, if you were just looking at this woman, let's see, let me try to cover this up. If you were just looking at this, it's like, oh, what a beautiful card. It's the moon, it's this woman, moonlight, beautiful evening. She's just taking a stroll down to this lake. But then, oh, we have one really angry barking canine, two really angry barking canines, and this weird lobster thing lurking in the pool that maybe she's gonna dip her toes into. Maybe he's gonna pinch her toes. So this moon card has both meanings for us in this reading, definitely, especially since one of your overall cards for the week is the Knight of Wands, which is positive forward motion, and this Ten of Swords, which is ultimate betrayal. Is there something that you're hanging on to, pile number 2, that you feel that was your ultimate betrayal, that someone outside of you betrayed you and you just cannot let it go? This reading is telling you this is the time. Wednesday's card is telling you this is the time, pile number 2, for you to let it go, because look at what you have other than that. You have Temperance, everything coming together. You have the Empress, abundance, fertility. It looks like she's in the height of summer. She's just hanging out, so beautiful. Actually, might be beginning of summer, late spring, beginning of summer. The crops are getting, you know, starting to really grow. The swans are getting all nice and downy, and they're really starting to grow well. This tree is still kind of spring green, but it's really full and it's almost into summer. She's totally having such a wonderful day in her light dress. Looks like strawberries. I don't know what it is. Yes, it looks like it might be strawberries on her dress. So the strawberries are in bloom, or in fruit, I mean. Everything is, I want to say the word fecund, if anybody knows what that means. Everything is just in flower, in fruit. Everything is abundant. Everything is just gorgeous and voluptuous. That is Tuesday's card. The Nine of Cups is total wish fulfillment, happiness, abundance. That's what this Nine of Cups means for you, pile number 2. Abundance. That is Friday's card. Saturday's card is this Queen of Pentacles. Again, look at, it's the second card that has a very, excuse me, a very strong fecundity, you know, symbolism. Bunnies, rabbits are a symbol of fertility. She's got all of these flowers, roses, just growing up her. She's, it's funny, she has butterflies and birds and this forest in full flower and bloom. Everything is just so happy and wonderful, and she's so content. And then you have this Eight of Pentacles, the harvest. We've gone from late spring, early summer to the fall, when we're just about ready to harvest what we've sown, and everything is just growing so well. We know we're going to have the best harvest yet ever. And we are so proud of what we have achieved. This Knight of Wands, which is the other card that we pulled for the overall week. The Knight of Wands is forward movement, just going full bore ahead. Pile number 2. You have so many positive cards. And you know what? After going through all this and seeing what we're seeing, it really makes sense that we have this day and night card. So I'm going to pull all 3 of these over here. We got Night first. That's the card you picked, Night Ride. Then we got Day in this Lorelei card. And I was definitely thinking, wow, it's night and day. And then we got day and night. And this is your truth, pile number 2. You're either going to choose the day or you're going to choose the night. What are you going to choose, day or night? It's a night and day difference for you. Look at how strong you are. You're strong enough to be holding this giant nuclear reactor we call the sun. You're able to just hold it casually in your hand as you just look at us. You're like, yeah, I'm just holding this giant nuclear reactor that fills our sky. Yep, I'm strong enough to just hold it in my hands and not even get burned. So you're definitely strong enough, pile number 2, to have stabbed yourself in the back because you are limitless. You are so strong. You could be the one who has stabbed yourself in the back. And so the ultimate betrayal, did that ultimate betrayal come from you and your fears? And it looks like you have a choice. Pile number 2, are you willing to take this time this week and let go of this? Let go of this feeling of being completely betrayed. If you do, pile number 2, the 9 of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, Temperance, the Empress, even the Moon in her positive aspect, you have this night and day difference. And look at, there's only one card that's symbolizing this 10 of Swords. There's only one card that's symbolizing this betrayal, this hurt, this just inability to function because of this betrayal. There's only one, yet it's so strong it could take over everything else. This could be the only thing that you see. If you're sitting there and you are looking at all of these cards, yet you're focusing on this one, then that's telling you something as well. If you're focusing only on the negative, then it's telling you, this reading is telling you it's time to stop that. It's time. This card, right here, this is your line between the old year and the new year, if you're watching it during the week right after I upload it. But this one is really the crux, this Wednesday card. So let's concentrate, pile number 2, we're going to concentrate on all of this good stuff because the Knight of Wands, the overall energy is saying that this is speedily going to be just so wonderful. everything about this reading is so positive, but it's up to you. It's up to you to let go of being this victim. And it doesn't have to be in every aspect of your life. This could be just one aspect. But being a victim means that you're never going to be what you desire. Being a victim is never going to be, you're never in that victim persona. You're never going to be able to be what you know that you want and what you know that you are in your heart of hearts. You know you are this woman who's able to hold the sun in her hands very casually and just hang out and just be fine with it. And that is you. I'm just going to leave you with this message, pile number 2. These are your choices. And isn't it interesting? They both are wearing masks. It's like this. Okay, this mask is orange because in this victim state, you're reminded that you can be holding the sun. This mask is clear because in this queen state, you're reminded that you could revert back to this victim state. You're the same. These are the same you. And it's only a mere decision that will allow this to happen. And it's only a mere decision that will allow this to happen. So let's allow this to happen, pile number 2. I know that that is what you want and that is what you are. Wow, pile number 2, you are awesome. You're awesome being able to hold that sun with just your bare hands. Thank you so much for being with me and spending this time with me in this reading. I am so happy that you like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel and in my videos and spend this time with me. And I love seeing you here and I love reading your comments. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose this card number 32, Touch the Sky, this Rapunzel card. I can't help think about Rapunzel. I can't help thinking about Rapunzel when I look at this card. As well as this black labradorite crystal. I just am determined to show you how gorgeous this is. It seems to have so much, it has so much depth to it. Such a gorgeous crystal. Here we go. So I am going to pull a couple more cards from this deck. Let's wake it up. We need a couple more cards for pile number 3's reading. We need some cards. We're going to pull one card from this deck. We need some cards for pile number 3's week ahead. Here's that. All right, and now this is the first oracle, tarot deck. We'll wake up the deck. We need some cards for pile number 3. We need 2 more cards from this deck for pile number 3. We need 2 cards, 1 more card actually, for pile number 3. I'm going to pull 2 cards from this deck. We need 1 more card. Pile number 3 needs 1 more card. I'm being very demanding with the tarot decks today. I'm going to take 2 more cards from this deck. All right. So curious. So this is your first oracle card. How beautiful. 18 treasured memories. On first glance, it looks like a balloon, but it also looks like, oh no, it looks like a balloon. I was going to say it looks like a flower petal. If you're looking at it from a distance, it looks like a rose petal, but if you look at it up close, it looks like a balloon. Very interesting. Could be both. Here's your next oracle card. Day and night. This was the same card that came up for pile number 2. Here's your third oracle card. This is card 2, the spider and passion flower with creative ingenuity. Creative ingenuity for this spider in their little home building. All right, so this is your first tarot card. This is Sunday's card, Page of Cups. This is Monday's card, the 8 of Swords. This is Tuesday's card, the World. Wow. Listen, pile number 3. If you're watching this right after I upload it, I'm recording this video right before the week of New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So this is New Year's Eve day, this is New Year's Day, and this is the line between this is New Year's Eve, this is New Year's Day, this is midnight. All right, so this is Wednesday's card, the Page of Pentacles. How cute. This card is so cute. I love it. Talking about fashionable, look at this little dwarf's little boots. And Thursday's card is the Tower. Wow, very eventful week. Lightning. We have Friday's card, the 5 of Cups. How interesting. Do you see this figure in the moon? Somebody's been drinking too much. All right, so this is Saturday's card, the 3 of Cups. We're ending on a high note. All right, so we have 2 cards left. These are for the overall energy for the week. So first of all, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Another nice card. Working together and being abundant together. And this, wow. Pile number 3, you got the Love card, 2 of Cups. You got the card of smooching. In love, just love. Romantic love, I should say. Not just love. You got the card of romantic love. Wow, pile number 3, you have a lot going on here. Okay, pile number 3, you are at a point where The looking back on past sorrows has brought you to a crisis point in some aspect of your life. We're just putting it out there. I'm just putting this out there for you, pile number 3. How should I say it? Your persistence. You know how in the manifestation community, people always say persist? You have been persisting. You've been persisting in looking at the past. You've been persistent in grieving over the past. You've been persistent in letting it come into your life, into your present life. And so this has brought you to a crisis point where you are called on to shave away that memory, those memories from your mind. Because there is so much here. You do feel like you have felt in the past that you're powerless. You have been giving away your power to others only because you said so, only because you said, I am powerless. You're so powerful that when you say, I am powerless, you become powerless. This is the grieving. This is the you that is grieving. Pile number 3. This is the you that is so unproductively thinking and unproductively feeling. You're feeling in an unproductive way. You're thinking in an unproductive way. You are existing in an unproductive way because it's hurting you to mull over these thoughts and this well-worn thought process. You know how fish swim like that? If you look at them from the top down, they're kind of going like this. Well, it's like you have swum over this particular thought that you've actually worn your path into. You've worn a groove into your brain where your brain just goes to this. No, and all of a sudden you want to go this way, and it just kind of drags you back into that. You're like, no, I want to think about this. Oh, I'm going to go back into this groove. Oh, I want to think about this. No, I'm going to go back into this groove. No, you have to split. You are being called into action to stop that. Look at this. This lightning bolt is jarring you into thinking in a new way. It's cracking your head open figuratively and telling you that well-worn pathway is gone now, pile number 3. And you know what these are? These are the figments of your imagination that you were holding on to. This is the old you and the old SP or whatever sadness, the old you and the old your adversary or your specific person, whatever this thought process, whoever this thought process has been about, your boss, your parent, your whatever, those 2 figments of your past, those 2 shades of your from your past have been completely eradicated from your mind, and they're falling away, and you are now this new you. Your brain, your head is gonna come back together, and you are now the new you with those gone. And also, you're being called into action from this card too, because she, in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, this is the after tarot, which happens a moment after the scene in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This character, she's standing alone, surrounded by the sword. She's bound. She could have walked away at any moment because her legs were always unbound, but she felt powerless. Now, this man has come. He's picked up one of the swords. He's cutting her bonds. Presumably, he will also take the blindfold off. But You are being called to do that. You are being called to free yourself. And you are the person here in this card, this Tower card. You are this figure, and you are the lightning. In this card, you are the woman, and you are the man, and you are the sword. You are the answer. You are the problem, pile number 2, and you are the answer. Because we have this line between total utter despair and total utter everything. These 2 cards, New Year's Eve day, total despair, feelings of powerlessness. New Year's Day, every single thing you could ever possibly want. You are given the entire world. So there's so much yin and yang in your this and that, A and Z, in your reading. This is the card you picked. And in this card, look at this, you are even above the sky. You know how it says touch the sky? If you just saw this touch the sky, you would think, if you just saw this, you would think of someone reaching up to touch the sky, right? But look, she's reaching down. She's so high up. She's above the sky. She's so high up. The bird had to fly up to perch on her shoulder. She's so far up, she has to dangle down to even reach a cloud. Look at this treasured memories. And it could be that she is sending up this thought bubble. I have another analogy. She could be sending up this thought bubble into the sky for her to, oh, it's not, she could be sending up this thought bubble into the sky for her to read. It could be coming down. This could be your subconscious and coming down into your conscious mind. And yes, you only have treasured memories now. You can revise your memories of what you don't want and make them treasured memories. There's something about your memories, pile number 3, that are just have been keeping you back, holding you back, holding you back, holding you like this balloon is being held by this woman. And like I said to pile number 2 had this card. You're so powerful, you can hold the sun in your hands, but you are day and you are night. You can be either powerful or powerless, and the choice is yours. You are so powerful. Your intrinsic nature is so powerful that you can make yourself powerless just by saying I'm powerless. Or not just saying it. Of course, if someone says I am powerless, they don't necessarily turn powerless on the spot. It's repetitively thinking, I am powerless. I can't do anything about this. I can't. Let's say you're manifesting money. You're just saying, I can't make more than this. I'm always denied for jobs. I'm always unsuccessful. I always lose money. I always whatever. It's just so many things. And, you hear them all the time. It's like, oh, my job sucks. My whatever. I don't even want to repeat any more of them because you know them. You hear them from other people. You might hear them from yourself. I'm unsuccessful. Oh, I said I wasn't going to say anymore. But just, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other thing. And it just becomes true. You say it once, it's not true. You say it twice, it's not true. You say it 1,000 times, it becomes true. So if you say I am powerless, 1,000 times, you start to become powerless. The thing is, pile number 3, there's so much going on that is kind of being occluded by this action of your mind, looking into your past, looking into your cups. this kind of numbing, this kind, you know what I mean, right? A kind of numbing, like self, numbing yourself so that you don't get hurt, but still mulling over. You have a memory or some memories that are so sad to you. They make you so upset, but you keep looking at them, you keep replaying them. So that's why you're being called to this drastic mindset change, letting the old phantoms that are from this memory that you hold fall away for the final time so that you never find them again. I have to say, it does work. It does work. Pile number 3, I saw something, and I hesitate to even say it. It was something very sad that I saw happen to, and I'm just going to say to an animal, an accident on while driving, and it was so upsetting, and I just kept having memories of it. This was maybe 2 months ago, and I just kept on. I just realized after even just a few minutes that I didn't want that memory in my head. So as every time I kept on thinking about it, so I just kept on I started to envision a stuffed animal on the road. And every time my brain started wanting to go back to that memory, I pictured a very realistic memory, a very realistic vision of a stuffed animal every single time. Stuffed animal. So now, if I ever think of that, my brain immediately goes to the vision of a stuffed animal. I don't have the memory of that accident of the animal. I have a memory of a stuffed animal. I know it sounds, I think it's amazing. It's amazing. It really worked. It worked, and it did not take very long. It took a lot of effort because my mind kept on wanting to show me what had upset me so much. And I was too upset to keep on thinking about it. So now my memory is of a stuffed animal. This revision does work. So anyway, you have these two threes. There's 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups, the World, and Page of Cups. How am I ever going to remember where these were? Oh well. So I think 3 of Pentacles and 2 of Cups were up here. Anyway, there's the Page of Cups. It's rambunctious, not rambunctious enthusiasm. Your heart on your sleeve, just full of promise, full of energy, full of joy. Pile number 3. You have the World. I mean, how could you even get better? This is the ultimate. This is the final card in the tarot deck. This is the World. This is everything. This is encompassing everything. This is having every desire. This is you attaining that which you desire to be. And that you aren't desiring it anymore because you are it. Pile number 3. You have this Page of Pentacles. You have abundance and giving. Like, look at this. This page is going to give this giant gold coin to this little dwarf. The dwarf is so happy. This page is happy to give this giant gold coin to the dwarf. The dwarf is happy to get this giant gold coin from the page. Everybody's happy and abundant. This page is so abundant that he can give this giant gold coin away. That's pretty abundant. And you are the Page of Pentacles. You are not the dwarf figure in this reading, in this card. You are the Page of Pentacles, so abundant that you can just give away a piece of gold the size of your head. 3 of Cups. Love and abundance. This is, you have 2 love cards. I just have to say pile number 3. You have 2 love cards. You have the 3 of Cups, which is camaraderie, joyfulness, togetherness, celebration. And you have the 2 of Cups, which is romantic love, straight up romantic love. So you don't just have 1 love card, you have 2. And you have the 3 of Pentacles, which is kind of analogous to the 3 of Cups, which is both your business world, your work world, and your out of work world are full of togetherness and fellow feeling and camaraderie and just being in sync with others. This 3 of Pentacles is working together for common cause and being happy doing it. Look, I didn't ever think that I could see a bat smiling, but look at this bat. This bat is smiling so much. They're just so happy. They're doing so many wonderful things together. They're doing this weird bat vortex. They're doing some secretive bat vortex that we can't understand, we can't comprehend because we're not bats. But they're happy doing it. You have creative ingenuity that kind of goes into this. You're going to have, I often break like things down into money, career, and love. You've got money, you've got career, and you have both kinds of love, friendship love and romantic love. So you have everything promised to you in this first week of the new year. Plus, remember, there's more long-term energy here. It's like touch the sky. You're so high, to touch the sky, you have to go down. Treasured memories. You don't have, remember I was talking about these memories that you have, these memories that you were wallowing in. You no longer have those. You only have the treasured memories. Your head is full. Your head is full of flowers now. Pile number 3. Your treasured memories are all you have because you have done the hard work. And your inner landscape, pile number 3, becomes as stark. The difference is as stark as day and night. Night and day. Yes, and I was going to say, and I'm not sure if I made the point well enough, but your career, whatever you've chosen to do, whatever your heart's desire is going to go so well here. This is one of your major themes here. Your every aspect of your life is going great. Every aspect. I think this was this way. Every aspect of your life, money, career, and love. Every aspect. And the only thing that you're being called to do, pile number 3, is let go of the memories that are haunting you, that are bringing you pain and suffering. The memories that are haunting you and bringing you pain and bringing you suffering, once they are gone, then the only thing left is the good. The only thing left is you being free to manifest everything that you desire. You letting go of the old memories and the old sayings and the old I never get X, I'm not good at Y, no one ever Z to me, or I don't get this, I don't have that. That's gone. That once that is gone, all of this good, which so much good, it's so abundant, so full of camaraderie, so full of love, so full of wonderful happenings. That's all there is left for you. And it's just this is you. Remember, this is you. There's a story here, and it goes like this. Actually, it goes like this. You're looking back with sorrow at something that has happened, feeling some betrayal, feeling some loss, feeling some sadness. You feel powerless. If you feel powerless, these are your two choices. Actually, it's kind of like this. This is you. This is your current state about something. You are feeling sad, and you are remembering things which make you sad. You have two choices. You can either say, I am powerless to change this, or you can say, I choose to eradicate these phantoms from my thoughts and become everything else. All of the good, the wonderful reading that you have left after these 3 cards are gone. And remember, this World card is like everything rolled into one. All of the successes, all of the ideals, all of the everything. It's all rolled into this one card, and that is you. That is your New Year's Day card. This means that this year, if you were watching this when I record, right after I recorded it, this is your New Year's Day card. If you were watching it at another time, doesn't matter. This is like your new year. This is your new year. Doesn't matter when you're watching it. So pile number 3, this is your gorgeous and so just phenomenally inspiring reading for your week ahead. I know that you enjoyed this reading because it's so amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. I love reading your comments, and it makes me very happy that we are on this journey together. I know I will see you very soon. Bye for now.